What does it take to be considered the best in the world? Well, if you're unsure, perhaps you should ask the Irish national rugby team. Yes, we know there are many watching right now that will point to the Springboks as the world's best, or maybe even the Antoine Dupont-inspired French side. But as things stand on current form and before the Southern Hemisphere sides kickstart their international season, Ireland might well be the pick of the lot. Unbeaten in 2025 and very impressive for the last few years, much of Irish rugby's rise to the top can be attributed to their trio of New Zealand-born stars. Disregarded and considered surplus to requirements in their country of birth, the trio of Bundee Aki, Jamison Gibson-Park and James Lowe are now considered three of the very best players in the whole world. While Gibson-Park has been heralded of late for his standout performances and Bundee Aki's heroics being on full display in the middle of the park, the impact of James Lowe is often understated. In a team full of stars, the former Maori All Black remains an unsung hero and now finds himself being one of the world's best. So if the media won't sing his praises enough, leave it to us to do exactly that as we take a deep dive into the story of James Lowe and the Irish national rugby side. But before we do that, we ask that you do us a favour and subscribe to our channel, like the video and leave your thoughts down below after watching. Now, without further ado, let's get back to it. James Lowe's career has stretched far and wide around the globe, but it all began in the colours of the Tasman Mako in 2012, when the then 20-year-old made his debut. After 2 impressive years on the NPC circuit, he was signed to the back-to-back Chiefs, coming off their Super Rugby title wins in 2012 and 2013. Lowe joined an impressive group of players, which included former All Black captain Sam Cane and one of the greatest lock forwards to ever play the game, Brodie Retallick. It didn't take long for Lowe's star to shine bright, and within his debut season of Super Rugby, he would be called up to debut for the Maori All Blacks.
All Blacks are a chance. James Lowe, what a game he's had. What a season he's having.
Year after year, James Lowe continued to put in unbelievable performances for the Chiefs, hoping to achieve his lifelong dream of representing the All Blacks. After 3 years of proving himself time and time again, Lowe constantly found himself being snubbed for national honours. During his Super Rugby days, he was competing for a spot in the All Black side with the likes of prime Julian Surveyor and the flying Waiseke Naholo, to name a few. But no one ever said it was going to be easy. Seeing the talent he had, a gamble was taken by Irish rugby giants Leinster to enlist the services of James Lowe in 2017. And the rest, as they say, is history. Joining a new team in a new country was always going to be a challenge, but for the now world-class James Lowe, it didn't take long for him to win over the favour of the Leinster faithful.
For James Lowe, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fingers across. Can they stop Lowe from scoring?
No, within a few seasons, Lowe would find himself lifting multiple Pro 14s and a coveted European Rugby Championship. And yet, despite all the fame and fortune in the blue of Leinster, international honours still eluded him. After successfully completing his residency period, Lowe qualified to represent Ireland in 2020. Fans had long been calling for his inclusion, and the excitement surrounding him was clear for all to see as Ireland looked for a long-term successor for the veteran Keith Earls. And lucky for them, they found exactly that. Ireland's gain was certainly New Zealand's loss. Oh, how they must be regretting letting him leave now. In the 2020 Autumn Nations Cup, James Lowe made his long-awaited debut for Ireland against Wales in a dominant victory over the Red Dragons. With plenty of competition for his number 11 jersey in his early days for Ireland, Lowe had to establish himself as the go-to man on the left wing. It would come as no surprise that he did exactly that. With his ability to cover both wings and the fullback position, Lowe's skill and versatility would prove to be a key component in Andy Farrell's side going forward. Over the years, Farrell has built a world-class side, building on the groundwork done by Joe Schmidt. Surrounded by some of the best players in the world, it was now time for James Lowe to prove he deserved to be amongst them. In the build-up to the 2023 Rugby World Cup, Lowe became one of the stars of the team, considered to be a firm favourite to win the tournament.
And Lowe is almost there, he is there.
While the outcome in 2023 wasn't what Ireland was hoping for, it did announce to the world that they were here to stay at the top of the mountain. Lowe proudly lifted the 2023 and 2024 Six Nations crowns and is looking in fine form to make it a three-peat in 2025. He was so impressive in 2024 that he was announced in the World Rugby Dream Team of the Year, beating out every other left winger in World Rugby. But what makes him so good? While Lowe is a big winger, standing in at over 6 foot and weighing in at over 100 kilograms, he isn't the stereotypical big New Zealand-born left winger. While he can run players over, Lowe utilises his amazing skill set to beat defenders and leave them in the dust. He has a great turn of pace, brilliant dancing feet to get around defenders, and ball skills which would make the world's best fly halves jealous. He can offload in the tackle and put teammates away in space in a way that we don't often see from a winger. While he's been criticised for his defence at times, it certainly has been an area of his game which he has improved. Lowe is an expert finisher, scoring 17 tries in 39 tests for the Irish side to date. A weapon which Lowe possesses, which is put to use constantly in the colours of Ireland, is his cannon of a left boot. Having the mix of a right-footed kicker and left-footed kicker in a team is a cheat code for Andy Farrell and Simon Easterby. Lowe is the go-to man for Ireland's exit strategy, capable of getting them out of dangerous situations with a 60 to 70 metre launch upfield. An unbelievable player with a very unique skill set. Few players in the world can match the excitement of the man-bun wielding Leinster legend. James Lowe has earned all the accolades and done things the hard way to find himself at the top of the pile amongst rugby's greatest wingers. Going head-to-head with the likes of Cheslin Kolbe for the world's best winger in 2025 will be another exciting chapter for all the fans to see. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our take on Ireland's brilliant left winger, and now it's time for you to tell us your thoughts. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep an eye out for plenty more rugby videos to come. Until next time, thanks for watching.